Hi, welcome back to Crafting with Cami. Today we're working on story number 11, and I'm creating somewhat of a foundation page. I got this idea from Susan over at Papercraft Possibilities, where she made a bucket list of things she wanted to do in December. She wrote those out on strips of paper or tags, and I thought that was a brilliant idea. But then as I started brainstorming, and I literally dreamt about this last night, I decided I was going to do kind of like a flip-flap, opening doors type of thing. So I created this template just out of computer paper, and I did all my measuring and drawing on this one so that I didn't have pencil marks on this. And then I used washi tape to hold it all together. And then I took my X-Acto blade and my T-square ruler, and I was able to line everything up on my Versamat and cut the straight lines through both layers, the computer paper and the DSP paper. So now what I have is, if I get rid of that, I have these little doors that flip down. Okay, so I do want to crease the bottom so that they actually flip decent. So we are going to bring in that little creasing tool that I have. If you know what this is called, let me know. It creases. I don't know. It's easier to see on the back. The plaid makes it a little hard to see the lines. So if we flip it over, I can go ahead and line up those marks and crease where like that. Okay, and since this is a 6x8, and actually we're going to crease it this way, but it doesn't really make a difference. We can do it both ways, and then when I adhere it down. But what was I going to say? Oh, I was starting to say this is an 8x6 piece of paper, and my squares are 1 3/4 inch squares. So I'm going to work on getting all these creased down, and we'll be right back. I got all of these folded down. So now I think we can go ahead and put that onto our white piece, which is going to be the back of day 10. We can also get our title down. And I do think I want to punch little tabs so that once it's down, hopefully like the book helps flatten it, but then you'll be able to see those tabs to get them open. So maybe I'll punch those first. Let me find my circle punch. I went through and I found the center of, can you even see? I found the center of each of these squares, and I just put a little mark. And then I have my hole punch. This one's a little overkill. It's 1 1/2 inches, but I don't have anything smaller. And unless I ran it through my die cutting machine, but that sounds like even more work. So what I'm thinking is if I put this through and just leave the tiniest amount, then it won't be a giant, circle, since the circle is as big as my square. And I made those marks so that when I go, I think I need to flip this over. Oh my goodness. Okay. So when I go through I can center that and get them right in the center, because it's going to be like a little line and then the circle and then the top again. So yeah, those little marks I made of the center of the square should help me get my circle centered. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I'll do it off camera so you don't have to watch that. That really wasn't too bad. I got those all trimmed, and some of them aren't completely centered, but it's pretty close. So I'm liking how this is coming together. Let me grab my day 10 so that we can get this adhered to the back of it, and then I'll do my title. But right now everything's just kind of loose and moving around because there's not much stability to it once you cut all those. I cut my title out of silver glimmer paper. Glitter paper, glimmer paper. This is close to my heart, so it's glitter. It just reads this December. So in this December, this is what we want to do. So I'm just going to line that up, and I'm thinking December will fit right across here. And then I'm hoping that my 11 can fit up here too. This might get crowded. I could also put the number on one of the tabs too. And I might do some embellishments on the tabs as well, just to add a little something, since it's very plain right now. So let's start with the title December, and then we'll figure out where the 11 fits in. On the fronts of all these doors, I'm going to put wreaths. And I have a couple that are different colors. I'm just not going to put those next to each other, so I have a couple different shades of green here. But the lighter shades, I'm going to put, actually, I could switch this up. I was thinking I would put the silver bows on the light ones and then put my reindeer inside the darker ones. But really, I could mix it up and do a little bit of everything so that my unmatched wreaths don't make a huge difference. So I could go something like this and then have this one maybe over here. And then I thought my 11 could go down here, kind of bring that down, and then all the rest will have these silver bows, bringing the silver around. I need the weight at the top. Since this is going to fold over, I don't want the bow to get crushed. So then the bows will go on there. I think that looks pretty good. Anyways, let's go ahead and start putting the bows on. And then I have these little red bow ties that I'm going to put on my reindeer. Make him look all sophisticated. I got my little deer on, and I got the bows on the wreaths. So now we'll just go ahead and get these down. And I think I'm going to add just a little more glue to the bow so that it doesn't fall off, since this is interactive. And then I'm just going to take something heavy and put that down as it dries. And I just kind of spread out the colors. What events or traditions are you taking in this December? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to get some ideas for myself, and I'm sure others would love to hear from you as well. And you can see I'm opening the door as I place it so that I know it's not going below that crease and going to affect opening that. Oh, that's not my glue. This is my glue. All that's left is to add the little bows to my little reindeer. So I'm just going to add a little dot of glue there, and then I'm using my wax pencil. These bows were part of the decorative trees, so they're actually bows that can go on your tree. Let me show you here. The decorative trees. And then these are the bows. So you can decorate your trees with them, but I'm decorating my reindeer. Oh, he looks so sophisticated. He will definitely get hired to go on Santa's rides. Santa's rides? Santa's tours? All right, let's see if this is dry. They're still a little wet, but they should be okay. So while this finishes drying, I am going to cut up some 1 3/4 inch squares for the backs of these. I have 1 3/4 inch squares, 9 of them, and some journaling pens, and I'm going to take these over to my husband, and I'm going to give him a few, myself a few, and we're going to write down things we want to do for the rest of December or things that we already did. And I can actually add pictures to this too. So I'm planning on putting these where the pattern paper is, since, you know, it's cut off, it doesn't look the best. We'll put our words there. And then I could do a little photo of us doing that activity too. So that is my plan with that. So I'll be back once my husband and I write these down. All right, so here are a few of the things my husband and I came up with. We sat down, made a list, and then we divvied them out and each wrote some. The Grinch is kind of like Christmas movies, so it might not be the Grinch specifically, but that is one of our favorites. And so I'm sure we'll either watch or read the Grinch. So I am going to put these down on the back of these, and then I just need to trim again, and I might actually use my X-Acto blade for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these attached. Layout number 11 is complete. I have all of our to-dos, festive coffee. We got one of the parks in town goes all out with their lights. Games by the tree. We play so many card games. We play, I'm not even joking, 30 games of cards a day. So they're short games, like some of them only last a few minutes, but we keep a deck of cards on our dining room table. So in between meals or when we're just hanging out talking, we're playing cards. So definitely have pictures of that. And then we have make snowflakes, watch the Grinch, caramel corn, which we already did if I have another picture. Otherwise, I know we're going to make more. And then a snow hike, which we've already done, but I would love to do more. So there is day 11, and I am in love with it. I think it turned out so cute. I love all the little reindeer, and this one will be... we'll need to add to it later on, so I'm not sure if I'll put it in a page protector or not. If we do put this in a page protector, I would need to either do slits or pull it out every time I want to open it, so chances are I won't put it in a page protector. Plus his little antlers won't fit. And then it's kind of like a checklist too. As we do it, I'll put a picture in. So then we'll be able to see if we completed everything on our December list. Look at these sophisticated little men. Oh, they're so cute. Until next time, live a life worth scrapping. Bye, guys.